So a while ago, Rosenbusch reached out to me about this new project, the Horizon, this watch here. Here we are today, finally getting a chance to look at it. And the timing of this kind of matters a little bit, if I'm completely honest, because they're really close on their Kickstarter. So I wanted to get this video made for them, get it out there, so those people that maybe are undecided or are just unaware of this particular project and maybe this watch interests you, you just needed to be made aware of it. So that's why I'm here, trying to inform people of all of the watches that are available to us in this crazy hobby. And I got to tell you, it's the best time to be in this hobby because we get to see some very creative things like this watch here. So, like I said, this is the Rosenbusch Horizon. It is made in Germany. I'm going to try to get you the measurements of the case. It's a pretty interesting case design, and depending on where you measure it is going to change some of those ratios. But if I measure from here to here at the widest points, there's no crown guard. It's 39.5 millimeter. If you were to measure from here to here, like you often do with a watch, it's a little under 39.5. So take that for what it's worth. The lug to lug is a 45.5. You can see that case profile, fully polished, really just an interesting design. And then the way that sapphire is curved to match that bezel on top as well. The thickness at its thickest point is 10.3 millimeter, and it's a little bit thinner, you know, here. If you measure here and here, it's probably in that 9 range. Just, again, something to keep in mind. It has that little bit of contour to it. The lug opening, 20 millimeter, so sure, you can put whatever strap you want on this watch. You do have a couple of different offerings within the Kickstarter, so definitely check that out. This one was provided on this strap. You can see it's probably been worn a bunch. This is a prototype or a display model, so it has a little bit of fraying on the edge of this, but actually a really nice fitting strap for the watch for sure. And it does taper down to 16 millimeter. So, and then it has this fold over deployant clasp, which is a nice little feature as well. Easy to get on and off. And you have a 6 millimeter push-pull crown that is signed, still has 100-meter water resist, and you can wind this. It's probably a good thing it's not a screw down because it is a mechanical wind movement. It's not an automatic. I'm going to show you that here in a second. The movement inside this is actually a Sellita SW210, and it's, you know, it's the elaborate grade, so it's regulated to plus minus 7 seconds per day, nice and accurate. And it has a date option at the 6 o'clock position to keep the balance of the dial. There's 4 different colorways. This one is the Copper Sun colorway. There's a black pearl, which is more of a flat black and more like a light absorbing black. There's a canvas white, which also has the kind of brushing that this has on it. It's a little more discreet because it's white. And then there's the urban blue, which I think a lot of people are going to gravitate towards that one. Has the, again, the brushing on it kind of gives it a denim look. It might even come with more of a denim strap if I remember right. You'll have to check the Kickstarter link out below. I put it down below. As the release of this video though, I'm making this, what is today? I'm making this on March 19th of 2025. I'm going to release it on March 20th, 2025. They didn't tell me how, they just sent me the watch, you know, an email and everything. And I went and looked at the Kickstarter. I'm like, holy cow, like they're in the mix of this right now. They got like 13 days left and they're really close to getting their target goal. So I figured I would get this out there because I want to see this project come to fruition, right? That's all part of this whole watch game. We want to see as many watches as possible, and this is part of it. You have to purchase them for companies to make them. Strange, right? People have to, you know, get paid to do their work. So the price point on this, it's actually in the euro, so it's like €875, which roughly translates to $958 US. So it's not a super affordable watch, but it's definitely not insane. It's below that $1,000 price point, and it's definitely a unique design for sure. And it has a nice display case back. Check out that Sellita SW210 tucked away in there, keeping it nice and slim. And like I said, it has the Geneve striping on there. It's an elaborate grade. So nice little compact package there. Pretty cool. Quick release spring bars on the strap. Pretty much expect nothing less these days. Let's pop it on my 7¼ inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. And then, of course, we'll do a lume shot at the end, which is going to be BGW9 lume. But here you can see it on my 7¼ inch wrist. If you wanted to mix it up a bit, do something different, but yet have a good, clean, well-executed, timeless design. I think this could be a potential option. It wears great. It looks great on the wrist, and it's clean. I don't know. Like, I'm impressed. This is my first handling of it, and it's just well executed. I'm going to do a close-up with the dial, too, real quick, because I think it's important to pick up on some of the details of, like, you still have your minute track, you have the really nice applied markers going all the way around there that stand off, and then you have a matching handset with the same curvature as the markers, so everything's tied together. Super legible, and then that brushing on the dial is really nice. Simple logo up at the 12, Rosenbusch below that, mechanical, and then made in Germany, of course, on the bottom. Color match date wheel are really close. I mean, it's a subtle change, but that's mostly because it's a different material and it's not brushed, but it still matches really nice. Let me give it a quick blast with the UV light. We'll turn off the studio lights and we'll check out this lume. Oftentimes when I watch a design like this, I don't expect much lume, but I think they delivered on this one. There you go, nice application of BGW9 lume. So check the Kickstarter link down below. Let me know if it's something that tickles your fancy, and what color did you actually go with if you purchased one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next vid.